All right, welcome back to the Reggiana rebuild. This is episode 7, season 7 of the rebuild. The ultimate goal of this rebuild, I will remind you, is to win the Champions League, but hopefully that happens before the 10 season mark, because I think I'm just going to have a hard cutoff at 10 seasons. I'm not going to play this for more than 10 seasons. I'm not even sure if this game allows you to play for more than 10 seasons in career mode, which is kind of odd because I swear older games let you play for like 15-20 seasons. Anyways, first thing I want to look at is not the squad, it's the budget. I need to make sure we got that money this season. Well, the game keeps on lying to me, but we have 28 million this season, which is a lot more than we've ever started with. And we can also maybe clear out some of our players that maybe just don't fit as well as maybe we thought they would. For example, Aiden Martin, who is 22, he might go for a pretty penny. Not really. But Baker Whiting, I've transfer listed him already, but he can go. Ortiz can honestly go as well. We have some good bench. Gadot is going to have to go. I need to find the center back replacement for Gadot. Contreras suddenly showing great potential, which is kind of funny considering the fact that he's already 80 overall. So we kind of know what his potential is. Arnaud's still showing great potential. Need him to go out on loan because I don't want to start a 67 overall center back just to grow him. Bauer retains his potential to be special, which is great. Battaglia comes back, showing great potential. Exciting prospect for Aguirre. I think another season of loan for Battaglia will do him some good. Get him proper ready for that backup role, although he kind of is already ready. Alonso's come back. He's also showing great potential. Russell's contract is expiring, which is not what I want to see. I will have to manually renew that. So On retains his exciting prospect, so that's good. Mulebe, not much else to hit him out. You can get insta signed. Sporadic, perfect. Acuna still showing great potential. I need to send these guys out on loan again, but what I need this time is for them to go to teams that will actually play them and maybe steer away from prem loans because that kind of ruined them last time. Anyways, you know what time it is. It's time to look at the free agent market. There's probably some insane... Ignore this. Okay, you know what? I will show you exactly what I was cooking up the season prior. I just wanted to sign him for the shits and giggles, but I don't think it's worth it. Emerson Royale, 31 years of age. His contract's running out. Well, not quite, but it could run out. And honestly, if he's available to pick up on a free, I'm getting him just for fun. He's not even going to start. He's just going to be there for moral support. Show off some tricks to the bench. Anyways, on to the actual thing we were going to do. Look at the free agents. Youngsters, as always, don't want old free agents unless they're like really good, but I don't think there's any left at this point. First thing I'm greeted with is an Italian goalkeeper who has really nice stats. I'm just gonna scout him for now because we've already got a decent keeper, but I'll keep looking. I'll even check like the big nations like last time: Brazil, Spain, Portugal, Argentina, all those big ones, see if anything tries to slip through the cracks. This seems like a Japanese regen. He doesn't seem that great, but I don't really see Japanese regens all that often on this game, so I just wanted to highlight that for whatever reason. Here's a decent looking right back from Germany. Gonna send him in the scout list, see what he looks like. Not really much else to say. He doesn't jump out at me like some others before him, but that's the end of the general list. I'm gonna go look at the big nations. Yeah, I'm scrolling through Brazil here, and honestly nothing too crazy jumping out at me right now. There's some like decent looking guys, but I'll be honest, nothing. Oh, hold on a second. Who is this? A center back, 18 years of age, Brazilian, maybe a, you know, this is what, 2030 at this point in the game? I'm not even sure what Brazilian would have retired. Marquinhos? Marquinhos. Or, yeah, I don't know who else could have retired at this point. Brazilian center back. I can only think of Marquinhos. It might have been him. He is not, like, all that young either, so it could be Marquinhos. I'll have to check right after this. Another one, CM/CDM, who has really great stats. I don't think this is Casemiro simply because Casemiro's long retired. He's old, like in real life right now. There's also another guy right next to him who looks pretty decent. I'm gonna scout him. Not really huge on the priority, but yeah, Brazil's provided some decent players here. I'm not sure who this guy could be. He does look pretty good though. I can confirm it's not Marquinhos. Marquinhos is still playing in this game. He's 36 years of age. I'm not sure what other center back it could be. There's plenty of Brazilian center backs out there. I just can't think of one right now who's around that age range who would retire by now. There's too many players. The pool is too big, you know, because Marquinhos has played until 36, but there's plenty of other players who retire at 33. Brazil did me nicely. Next to Spain, or yeah, next to Spain. I mean, I'm just going in order. Or did I say Spain first? It doesn't matter. Next to Spain. Spain immediately shows me someone decent. Nothing super jaw-dropping or anything, but oh, this guy's actually pretty, yeah. Maybe a little bit better than this guy. Yeah, definitely a little bit better, but nothing, again, nothing like jumping out at me. Just solid players here. Oh, this guy, oh wow, this guy's nice. He is just like all around good. The dangerous thing about these regens is that at some point you get so many of them that you want to use as many as you can, but there gets to a point where you've already got really good players from previous seasons regens. This guy's also decent. So like, you can't really fit everyone in there. With that being said, I think I've shortlisted enough free agents, and I think I'm gonna sign some of these guys, starting with the Brazilians, especially this, not this guy, sorry. Maybe this guy? Okay, I forgot to shortlist a center back. I'll be back. He is here. I'm signing him first because we really need a center back, and hopefully this guy comes in mid 70s to high 70s and is an immediate help to Contreras. That does not mean we're not going to be signing a center back this season. I think maybe, you know, I can get him on a good deal, like rotation or something, so he's not mad that he doesn't play as many games, but he comes in, you know, impact off the bench, is not like a terrible sub. Really just looking for a good player overall, not a permanent replacement for anyone. All right, this guy was super stubborn. He did not want to go rotation. He took the important role, which is not ideal. I mean, as long as he's super high overall, I have no real complaints, because Contreras is also kind of on a high roll. Let's see the rating here. 77. That's around what Contreras came in as. 17 million out of the gate. Not bad. Not the fastest center back in the world, but he will do. Let's have a look at his potential as well. Showing great potential, so technically better than Contreras out of the box, but I mean, I'm not like overly excited like when we found On, who was 80 out of the box and like his stats were amazing. Although he didn't do as well, but that was kind of the game's fault. That means Godot and Van de Black are unfortunately going to have to go. They are getting up there in age anyways, so it was kind of inevitable, wasn't it? With that being said, I'm going to sign some of these other free agents. Probably this Santos guy, because he looks really good. And maybe this left back, he looks pretty decent too. Oh, this left back looks good too. I don't know. I'll make up my mind. And maybe this Guzman guy. He's a little bit older. Santos is younger. I don't know. You'll see what I make. Who I sign right after this. All right, I'm back about like midway through the preseason. We've lost one, won one so far, but I'm looking at the center backs and I'm thinking, I mean, listen, we got thrashed 5-0 by Chelsea in our first preseason game, and I realized our defense is just not really up to speed quite yet. So I'm thinking of signing a center back, maybe Kubarsi over someone like Contreras. I was thinking Christian Romero. You know, I'm a big fan of Christian Romero in real life, but the thing about Christian Romero is he's 32. He's much cheaper than everyone else, but I just don't think it's worth it. So I think I might either save up for Kubarsi or go for this Bertrand guy, who also looks pretty good for his age, but he's not all that much better than Contreras, and I think he might be the same age. It's kind of hard to say. I was also thinking about a goalkeeper, but that's also kind of out of the equation considering the fact that we literally have Harry Morgan, our keeper for the future, 62 overall right now, 92 potential if I'm not mistaken, and he's got 3 different goalkeeper playstyles. I mean, not much to complain about there. I think he should go out on loan. I might get him mid-season and then send him out for a year or send him out short-term and see what he does, or I might just, I don't know. Listen, it's kind of hard to really gauge what to do sometimes in this game. It feels like we're missing one little piece and I can't really seem to find it. But yeah, I mean, as I'm filming this, Patrick Mahomes is down 24-0 in the Super Bowl, which is out of left field. Wrong sport. I don't even play Madden. You know, I watched the sport of American football, though. It's quite good sometimes. When there's actual game going on, it's good. You know, the only reason the Super Bowl is good is because of the commercials. You know, the commercials are entertaining. Most of the time, they're not when you're watching regular season or just regular postseason. So yeah, that's enough of me ranting about football or American football, because American football, like genuinely, the sport is actually really like cool. It's fun to watch. You know, kind of reminds me of European football in the sense that like every possession, there's something going on. It's not like, you know, there can be an explosive player, it can be methodical. You know, it's literally very similar, except, you know, one, you throw the ball in the air and the other, you pass it. I prefer European, but I think American would be a lot better if it's just the way it's set up. Again, that's enough of me ranting about it. I'm not really sure what to do here. I'll look at the center backs. I'm trying to sell out some players here. I've sent out most of the youngsters out on loan, and I've just sold, who did I sell? I sold Godot, finally. He's finally out of the club, just like he wanted. But maybe I'll make some other sells like Van de Black. I'm thinking this season is a build, like a stepping stone season. We got to build up to winning. You know, I think Harry Morgan is part of the future, and I think if we send him out on loan, he develops out there, he comes back to us like a 70, mid-70s overall, I'm willing to just drop every other goalkeeper, focus on his development, solely focus on his development, and see where we go from there, because a good keeper is like really necessary in the sim. But for now, I think the best choice is just to keep the money, maybe spend it here and there for a couple of bench players, but I can't really find anyone. I think this season is kind of filler for next season, which I think will be a big season for us. Anyways, I'll be back around the time the transfer window should close, so about August 31st in game. I'm gonna play through the preseason. I'm gonna, you know, arrange the loans, see what I can do, and I'll make my decision on Harry Morgan somewhere in between that as well. All right, it's 1 hour into the deadline day. I've put Harry Morgan on the senior squad, but I try to send him out on loan or try to get him a loan. So far, no one's offered anything. I don't know if I want him to bench sit, but he is currently listed as exciting prospect, which is weird because he should be potential to be special, but whatever. We've played a few games in the regular season, or literally 2. We played Napoli for the starting game, lost 3-1 or like 4-1, I don't remember. And then we beat Pisa for our second game, like 3-0. So that was nice. You know, at least we can beat teams that we should be beating. And currently starting Ribeiro, you know, like Mikic got injured in the preseason, just trying out Ribeiro here. Bauer scored. It's looking pretty decent. Like, it's not bad at all. I'm not complaining about our performance so far because we're 2 games in, but I would like us to do better. Also, have a look at this. Molebe is apparently 356 million. No clue why. I mean, if I sold him, I could buy literally anyone on the market. I could buy Mbappe. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to him. I think it's still bugged. It's like acting really funky because Santos is worth more than Russell when they're just about the same age, and Russell's like miles better than him currently. And I know for a fact Russell has higher potential as well. So I don't even know. But yeah, I'm just gonna sim to the midpoint of the season. Gonna hope that our boy, where is he? Harry Morgan gets an offer to loan out, you know, somewhere like a smaller club so he actually gets started as well. And hopefully he grows to like the 70s and I can use him. But if not, then hopefully he'll get a loan through the regular season or the first half of the season. And then by, you know, the winter transfer window, he can go out and play for a season or half a season or whatever, you know? I just need him to get game time because he's probably not going to get it here in the Serie A. Anyways, I'll do all that off camera. I will see you at the midpoint where hopefully we are at least top 8. We've arrived at the midpoint of the season. I'm going to be honest, I tried for like 3 weeks in game to get Harry Morgan alone. I tried everything. I tried unlisting him, relisting him. I waited and waited and waited. Nobody gave him an offer. So around mid-September, I just decided, screw it. I'm just going to sim to midpoint. We were doing pretty good. Like as I was watching it, we didn't lose once while I was quick simming these games. You know, I mean, the rating says it's nice and we were doing well in the Europa League as well. I mean, everything was all good. The only thing that wasn't good was Harry Morgan wasn't getting a loan offer, which is kind of stupid because he's an exciting prospect at the very least. He's young, he's got potential. Like, this game is so dumb sometimes, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's have a look through this calendar together. Let's go look at December. Hopefully it's all wins. You know, in a perfect world it is. All right, you know what? Close enough. It's almost all wins. We lost 1-0 to Monza, which honestly should not be happening. We won every other league game, we won our cup game, and we won the Europa League game in this month. Nothing to complain about here. Solid December for us. As for November, another pretty decent time in the league, only losing to Milan 1-0, which isn't a terrible loss. Going scoreless against Fiorentina and drawing against Udinese, not bad. Both wins in the Europa League against Wolves and Club Brugge. I'm not complaining about this month either. Let's have a look at October. October, we've ended up losing to both Milans before the midpoint of the season. 2-1 to Inter, unfortunate. But we won both Europa League games and we beat down Sampdoria 5-0. And I mean, again, nothing to complain about. 1 loss in the month. 1 loss and 4 wins in the league. Or sorry, 3, but close enough. What am I here to complain about? Let's have a look at September. Now, September, this is the month I was watching over. And actually, it wasn't even midway through September. I basically played through the whole thing. Roma was the last game I quick simmed. I could not believe that we beat Juve 2-0. I seriously thought that was going to be our first, like, easy loss of the season, but we won. Yeah, like, oh, actually, you know what? It was the Inter game. The Inter game was the last game that I saw right before I just started simming through calendar. I saw that we were going to play Inter, and I also knew we were going to lose that one, or I felt like it, and I was right. But that means 3 losses in the league so far. That surely means a top 4 spot. Let's have a look at the table to see if I'm right. Apparently not. You need more than that to get top 4 in the league. We've got 10 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Maybe a few more wins over draws would change the tide for us. But 4 losses in the league, not so bad. Wait, 4? Who else did we lose to? Oh, that's right. We lost one of the first games of the season. Yeah, okay. It was Napoli we lost to. That's right. Okay. Anyways, let's have a look at the league leaders. Atalanta above us by 1 point. This is a close top 4. We are only 3 points away, literally 1 win away from Roma, who are 4th on the table. And Milan and Inter are neck and neck for the title right now. Napoli not too far behind. This is a close league as it stands. Enough of that though. Let's have a look at how our players have done throughout the season. I'm hoping that we are seeing some big growth from everyone so far. Number 1 in appearances is Bernal. 80 overall now, 12 clean sheets, 28 appearances. Not bad. Contreras, a goal from Contreras. That's interesting. Also from Neves, both scoring. Actually, I think I saw Neves' goal in the quick sim at some point. It was like really early in the season. Bravo also has a goal and assist and is now 85 overall. Nothing to complain about there. Hold on, let's see what Neves is at. 79, also nice and done. Aguirre is also 85 overall. 3 goals, 7 assists at CDM. Pretty good. Bauer, 10 goals, 80 overall now. He is doing really well. I'm surprised he has no assists though. That's kind of funny. They both combined for 10 GAs one way or another. That means 20 GAs from our CDMs alone. That's amazing. Minsu, 28 games, 13 goals, 7 assists. He's doing better than Malebe once again, and he's 90 overall, whilst Malebe's 91 overall. We've got a front 3 here. Well, not really, because we do have another member of our attack, but you know, the 3 musketeers, as I'd like to call them, Malebe, Dragovic, and Minsu have been here from the beginning, essentially. And they are all over 90 overall now. They are just growing so well. Dragovic with 5 and 5. Really well balanced for a cam. I like that. Ribeiro, our new right back, who has been playing on and off, has got himself 2 assists on 84 overall now. That's pretty good. 2 goals and 3 assists. It's just not really enough. And I think the reason for this is he's not really playing all that attacking. It's kind of like the Fang Du paradox, as I'd like to call it. He's not doing what he should be doing, I guess, which is scoring, but he is a winger. Like I'm playing him like he should be played, in my opinion, but maybe I can switch him around with Minsu and have Minsu play more of a supporting role because he's more developed, and An can just, you know, let it out, start scoring some more. Russell, on the other hand, has 3 goals and 1 assist while he's out on loan. He's almost 80 overall. That's amazing to see. Kata, you know, a couple appearances off the bench. Mikic has not played as much. Maybe he got injured again. I'm not sure. He's grown a little bit as well. Alonso's making appearances for his loan team, which is good. Ortiz has made a couple appearances. Battaglia's appearing. Acuna's appearing. So nothing really to complain about right now, besides Santos not making any appearances. Ferreira and Arnos as well. It's not really what you want to see, but hey, not much I can do about that there. With that being said though, it's time to sim to the end of the season. I did send out a scout out to Germany to look for any potential center backs, which I don't think we really need right now, but it's good to have some backup, especially considering the fact that Van de Black is our only real backup center back right now, and he's not all that great for this level of football. So yeah, I will see you at the end of the season when hopefully we've placed top 4 and hopefully have made it pretty far in the Europa League or have won the whole thing, or I guess that wouldn't be possible. Hopefully we're in the final is what I mean. Yeah, I'll see you then. All right, I've come back a little earlier than usual, but that's because we've made the Europa League final, and it's against Tottenham Hotspur. Not really what I wanted to see at all. We had to play them last season. We beat them just narrowly in the Conference League, but honestly, I just really do not want to play against them. Like, it hurts a little bit to play against my own club. Anyways, I have not really been paying attention to the league. The Europa League, I feel, is like the only thing that matters. It's an instant spot in the Champions League. I mean, let's have a look through the months. You know, let's see how we've done. We've still got 3 league games left, but I've got to play the Europa League final before the last league game, which is kind of weird, but that's how it is, I guess. Let's have a look at April. We drew 2, lost 1, 3-0 against Bologna, and beat Hellas Verona. Europa League, we smashed Atalanta 4-1. I'm not sure if that's away or home. Oh, it's away. Yeah. And then we beat them 1-0 at home. March, yeah, we lost to Inter again. Lost 2-0 to Juve. Just beat Lecce 2-1 on aggregate. Squeezing out a draw at home. We've only got 1 win in the league during this month. Not our greatest month. February, on the other hand, Jesus. 3 losses in a row. Milan is our enemy. They've beaten us 3 times this season. And Roma also beat us, but 2 wins in the league. Not the worst. Let's go look at January to really see how we've done, I guess. Okay, this is a pretty good month. 2 draws, and everything else is wins. We won in the cup. We won in the league against Atalanta. We won our Europa League game, but that's, I mean, that's given, isn't it? Won both Europa League games, so 2 wins, 2 draws in the league. Not too bad. I would say we probably land around... I mean, we had a really strong start, but we were only, what, like 8th midpoint? And considering how well everyone else was doing, I'm thinking we stuck at 8th, maybe a 7th or a 6th spot. Not a terrible shout, but we won't really know until we play these last 3 games. Yeah, so I'm just going to sim through these, and I will see you when I'm ready to play this Europa League final. All right, here we are. 2 draws, scoreless for both. That is some of the strangest results I've seen from sim games ever, but I'm not really complaining. It's a point. A point is a point, especially against Napoli, but Sampdoria, we realistically should have beat them really easily. With that being said, before we take on this Europa League final, I'm just going to say this is negligible at this point. Let's have a look at where we land on the table and where we might land if we win or lose this Parma game. So we're 8th, not a terrible spot. There's no way we can go below 8th at this point, so that's good. We also cannot get 7th or 6th. 6th is miles out of reach. Yeah, 8th, not bad. Let's have a look at who got relegated. Sampdoria, dead last. They got 1 win in the season. We should have beat that team super easily, but oh well. Pisa as well is getting relegated. Sad to see them go. That's like our old-time rivals there from Serie B. But yeah, not a bad season. Let's have a look at the stats for our players. Hopefully everyone's grown and we're ready to take this final on really easily. All right, number 1 in appearances. Bernal, 80 overall, still 23 clean sheets throughout the season. That's great to see. 12 in the league, 8 in the Europa League. We've played really well in this season. Neves, 3 goals, 80 overall now. That's beautiful. Minsu and Molebe. My God, 19 goals and 10 assists for Minsu. That's 29. Molebe also has 29 with 26 goals and 3 assists. Only 17 in the league, though. It does kind of show that we didn't do as well as maybe we should have in the league. But regardless, we're in the Europa League final. That's essentially a top 4 spot in the league if we win this thing. Minsu, on the other hand, scored 10 goals and 7 assists in the league. Not bad at all. Although I'm pretty sure he had 6 goals at the although I'm pretty sure he had 6 assists at the midpoint. So really not all that great from then on. Contreras, still only 1 goal, 82 overall now. Aguirre, 86 overall, 3 goals, 9 assists. Has been heavily outperformed by his teammate Bauer, 82 overall, 17 goals in the CDM position, 12 of those being in the league. That means he's outscored Minsu in the league. That is insane. 3 assists, most of them coming from the Europa League. He's doing so well. He's only 20 years of age. He's going to grow to be one of our best. Dragovic, 9 and 10, also very balanced. He's grown to a 93 finally. 6 assists in the league, nothing to write home about, but he's been playing really well. Nothing really to complain about either. Bravo, now an 87 overall, 2 and 2. That's good to see. You know, the defense is where we need a lot of help. So 87, that's what we need. Russell, an 80 overall now. 6 goals for Atalanta. 1 assist as well. 53 appearances for them. He's been playing a lot, and he's still got a year over there, so hopefully he keeps on growing. Ribeiro, now a 78 overall, has played 49 games. 2 assists from him. Not bad. I think he was injured about halfway through the season for a bit. Like, maybe towards, not even halfway, like at the beginning. And I think the game just auto-subbed him or whatever. Speaking of injuries, An is currently injured. 86 overall, 7 goals, 8 assists. He's kind of picked it up from the midpoint. I think he's done pretty well for himself here. 46 appearances. So maybe that's why we haven't been doing as well lately. He has a little band-aid, so that means he's coming off an injury. I think he is playable right now, just not really healthy. Kata, you know, off the bench. All these bench players, you know, they've been playing, not doing much. Du, who probably has been starting for the past few games because he had like no appearances before this, has 5 goals. 3 of them in the Europa League. He's playing really well in there. Acuna, 8 appearances, 7 goals, out on loan, all in the Europa League. He's done really well for Frankfurt as a super sub or just a starter in the Europa League. I don't know what he's doing out there, but he's doing it well. 8.16 rating average. On the other hand, these 3 have not started. Oh, these 4 have not started for their respective loan teams. Kind of a shame, but not much I can do. Also, I think I checked in recently. Harry Morgan got an offer, but I didn't notice because I was just calendar simming and I couldn't accept it in time. So maybe I'll find one next season for him. I'm really hoping I can loan him out really soon because he needs that loan. He needs to grow. He's only grown a little bit and he should grow so much more than this. He's being wasted right now. Anyways, I've put in Du for the Europa League final. It's time to play this match. Contreras and Du are both a little bit tired, but I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure they'll do just fine. Minsu's there. Dragovic is there. Molebe's there. Bauer's there. Aguirre's there. Aguirre's great for defending. I can even play him at center back with his defensive stats. I think he might be better at defending than Contreras himself, which is kind of crazy. He is. Wow. Neves is physical. But yeah, as I said, let's get on with this game. Not much else to do here. I think Mikic can come up. I don't know why he's all the way down there. He shouldn't be that far down. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get this going. Here we are, the Europa League final against Tottenham Hotspur. Game's rolling. Again, I'm going to cut if anything's interesting. Oh, God. He's fast. What the hell? All right. Yeah. Doesn't look like we're going to be pressured too much so far. Lautaro Martinez on this team. Very strange to see. See if we can make something of this first play here. Minsu's up here. Doing pretty well. Sees Dragovic, or maybe not. I guess he didn't see Dragovic. I did. Oh, here's Du. Du's quite fast for his rating. Back to Ribeiro. Dragovic looking for something here. Minsu could go. He's kind of through. This is really weird. His dribbling style is kind of throwing me off. Du's back here. Du takes a shot. Blocked. All right, that seems to be the end of that one. Minsu could do something here. Or I could just waste this. Dragovic is there. Dragovic can cut in a little bit. Dragovic could take a shot, and he's missed. Yeah, who is their keeper? Let me check that real quick. I'm just curious. By golly, Spurs have Thibaut Courtois in goal. Anyways, back to the match. I will update you if they're on attack or we're on attack, which is seemingly what's been happening a lot lately. Contreras is kind of out of position. What is he doing all the way out there? It might be a goal. Tottenham score against us, and I think it's the regen, 91 overall. Let's have a look at this. I mean, cool camera, but I really want to see who scored it more than anything. It's Lautaro Martinez, so it's not that surprising that he's finished his dinner. Hey, we've got some catching up to do here. Hopefully, this isn't the end of us. Minsu's here. Does a little bit step back. I don't know what to call that, but he does it. And he's kind of through here. He's past one. He's past two. He's not fast enough, apparently. He's got like 97 pace. Lays it off to Molebe, who then lays it off to Dragovic. Dragovic just takes it a little bit. He's still there. He could finish it. Dragovic scores to equalize against Tottenham. What a weird play of events. Minsu felt so slow, and then suddenly Molebe had the ball, and yeah, goal. Anyways, let's get this ball rolling again. It's all square at the 40th minute. Dragovic with a great goal, great finesse shot from him. He's not really known to shoot, all things considered. They could be back at it again. They missed, though. But that's the end of the half. Du was all about to cook something there. Speaking of Du, I think I might have to sub him out soon for An or Son. You know, put them against their own former captain, who is, you know, it's a regen, so it's not really their former captain. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting Du, or getting Du out soon, and maybe Contreras as well. He's running low on stam. And play Aguirre there and put Kata in for Aguirre. Well, not really. You know what I mean. With that being said, let's get the second half going. We start with the ball. Minsu's got it here. He feels so slow, even though he's quite fast. He's past Pedro Porro. He's looking for something. Maybe finds Molebe. He does find Molebe, but Molebe, not enough weight on the ball. Dragovic recovers the ball, gives it to Minsu. Back to Minsu. Looking for something, and nothing to be found there. They're on the counter here. Stopped in their tracks by Neves. They're coming through again. Neves is kind of out of position. Tracking back to see if he can get this tackle off. Contreras has to get in there. Oh my God, what a lucky bounce off the keeper. That should have gone in. Dragovic is kind of through. Can he win that? No, he doesn't get there in time. They're kind of on the counter here. This is not good for us. Contreras trying to track back. He can't track back in time. What a save by our keeper there, Bernal. Wow. Ryu from Street Fighter can't seem to finish this one. This is not good for us. We just keep... Oh, wow. What a pass, and what a miss from Mbuemo. That is insane. I'm thinking it's time. Yeah, they should sub him out for that one. I'm thinking it's time for us to sub out Du. And, oh, look at Ange Postecoglou. Look at him. But as I was saying, I think it's time for us to sub out Du and Contreras. They're getting a little tired. Ribeiro is also kind of tired. Mikic is got a bit of a... What would you call that? A debuff? But I don't care. He's good enough to come off the bench. And I'm putting on Kata for Contreras, switching him with Aguirre. And this is our new lineup. I think this should work just fine in-game. I don't know if it would work in sim, but it's going to work in-game. Tottenham on the counter here. Why did Neves just go to ground? That was supposed to be a standing tackle. This could be a goal. Bowers here on defense. He's playing as much defense as he can, and he finds the interception. He's got to send this out. Wow. That was really lucky. I was just trying to send it out to, you know, out of bounds. But Minsu could be through here. Minsu's through. Minsu's through. Minsu could score. Minsu could score here. Minsu score. Minsu's a hero again. It's the 84th minute. I don't think there's any time for Tottenham to come back from this. This is it. I think we've won the game with Minsu's goal here. Once again, Minsu is a European hero for us. Last season, he scored a goal and created a wonder assist to win us the game. I think we play our subs out here and just hope that everything goes well. You know what? Actually, no subs. This is it. Only 5 minutes left. Let's all hands on board, all hands on deck. Last attack of the game for Tottenham. And it's just wasted by Rio from Street Fighter. That's the end of the game. We've won the Europa League. Back-to-back European Cups for us. So That means Champions League football for us next season, despite the fact that we placed 8th. Bit of a scrappy game from us, I can't lie. It was strange. We should have conceded at least 3 goals there, but we didn't. And Minsu came up with the final run. Everything feels so slow in this game. I think it's because I'm playing with those like simulation sliders or like tactical sliders where it slows down the game entirely. So yeah, 99 pace feels like 83 pace. It's kind of strange, but that's besides the point. We've beat Tottenham in the Europa League. We unfortunately deny them their 3rd Europa League or UEFA Cup, whatever you'd like to call them. So no 3rd for them. It might be the 1st for Reggiana. I would actually have to research that, but I think it is, all things considered. With our Conference League winners badge on our shirts, we win the Europa League straight after winning the Conference League. We're going to go into the UCL with confidence, knowing that we've just beat a good team, honestly, in the Europa League final. So yeah, like, we've grown really well. The only thing we need now is a good loan for Harry Morgan. I'm going to skip this cutscene. It's a cool cutscene, but we literally watch it. It's the same one for every cup. I'll watch it in full when we win the Champions League, which is hopefully soon. But yeah, having a look at the performance, our top performers are Dragovic, Minsu, Molebe, Bernal, and Du, who did really well, I can't lie. But he was just kind of getting gassed. Molebe with both assists. I didn't notice that in game, but he did assist both players. Dragovic with a nice goal, like a really nice goal. Ige with a 6.6, Bauer with a 7.4, deserved. He should be above Du in my opinion. He played really well defensively. Mikic, I mean, he didn't really do anything the whole game. Not much to complain about. On a little bit of a disappointment, but it is what it is. He played his role, ran down the wing, he won us a corner. He did what he could. I put him in just for fresh legs. It was fine. If you remember, that's not the last game of the season, although this game does not really matter in our league place. Let's do a live sim of the... Wait, did I just see Minsu? Okay, is this like some sort of EAFC racism? I definitely did not do that celebration. That's not even Minsu. That's On from last season. What is this game trying to say? That's not even Minsu. Minsu wears number 15. That's On, number 7, who barely played this game. I don't even know. That's not even... Yeah, this is from last season, I'm pretty sure. Look at the goalkeeper's uniform. Tottenham are wearing a yellow keeper uniform, so I don't even know. But anyways, as I was trying to say before I saw that blasphemy, let's do a live sim of this Parma game. See what ends up happening. Again, it doesn't matter what happens. Wait a second. Did I just see a El Clasico UCL final? We beat them 3-2. Bit of a close shave, but like, doesn't matter, does it? Hold on a second. I think I just saw the game say something about an El Clasico final. And I think it might be the Champions League. No, it's not. It's PSG Man City. Might be the most boring matchup I've ever seen in my life. But AC Milan went super deep into the competition. They ended up losing UEFA Super Cup. Inter Milan, who won the Champions League last season. But yeah, that'll do it for the season. Good season for us. 8th place in the league. Not terrible, not bad, not good, I would say. But we have won the Europa League, which means Champions League football for us next season. That's not anything to complain about. I'm very excited to play Champions League football. We were outclassed by both Milan. Wow, that was a close finish to the league. Milan just beat Inter on goal difference. 2 goals is the only difference between the winners of the league. But yeah, as I said, that'll do it for this season. Not much else here to do. Just gonna advance a couple of days. Hopefully next season we get some big money, big injection of money for us. Saw Manchester United just won the Conference League. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'm excited for the next one as usual. I just want to win the Champions League, or at least win... Oh wait, oh look at that, we won Manager of the Month. 2 goals, 2 wins, 2 draws. Cool. But yeah, hopefully we win the Champions League next season. Actually, that's not gonna happen. Who am I kidding? We got smashed by Chelsea 5-0 this season. I don't think we're winning the Champions League. But hopefully we get into a spot where we can consistently qualify for the Champions League. Yeah, PSG won the Champions League. But hopefully, yeah, we get into that spot. And maybe we even possibly push for the title next season. I would love to see that. Especially with how our team is currently growing. Our squad is growing a lot. And they're growing to be really good players that should not really be losing that often. Bar injuries, of course. But yeah, that's it. I'm done.